All right. Next one. Zechariah 5:9. I'm going to quote it, or quote this email. Then I raised my eyes and looked, and there were two women coming with the wind in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork. They lifted up the basket between earth and heaven. Does this imply there are women angels? Was this just symbolism in a vision of Zechariah, or was it something else?
I think it is symbolism on some levels, but okay. Here's the deal with this. When you look at the whole context, verse 5, it says, "Then the angel who talked with me came out and said to me, 'Lift your eyes now and see what this is that goes forth.' So I asked, 'What is it?' And he said, 'It is a basket that is going forth.' He also said, 'This is their resemblance throughout the earth. Here is a lead disc lifted up, and this is a woman sitting inside the basket.' Then he said, 'This is wickedness.' And he thrust her down into the basket and threw the lead cover over its mouth. Then I raised my eyes and looked, and there were two women coming with the wind in their wings, for they had wings like the wings of a stork, and they lifted up the basket between earth and heaven. So I said to the angel who talked with me, 'Where are they carrying the basket?' And he said to me, 'To build a house for it in the land of Shinar. When it is ready, the basket will be set there on its base.'" This most likely is talking about the return of basically paganism to the land of Shinar, where it originated. So all pagan religions came out of ancient Babylon. And the reason that we can say that is because that's where all of humanity ended up parking it after Noah's flood. So Noah gets off the boat, people go down to Shinar and the land of Mesopotamia. They build a city, they refuse to move, and that's where Nimrod builds a tower with with the heavens in its top, or its top in the heavens. It could go both ways in Hebrew. And that's probably talking about a combination of things. One is that they knew that the last time that mankind disobeyed God, a flood came. And so they're trying to build a tall tower, excuse me, a tall tower to keep, for safety against the flood. In fact, it says in the passage that they built it out of burnt bricks, fired bricks, and they used King Jimmy slime for mortar. It's the same term that's used for pitch for the ark. It's a waterproofing, basically. And so it looks like they were trying to circumvent the possibility that another flood would come, which would tell you how far gone they were, because God had already told them he wasn't going to flood the earth again. In any case, that's where paganism starts, and it looks like not only is it a tall tower, it's a tower with the heavens in its top, and this is probably a reference to the zodiac and to astrology and to a lot of the stuff that you have with pagan mythology. And so you have, for example, the names of the first 5 planets in ancient times are connected with the Greek and the Roman gods, right? They worship these things. And so you have the beginnings of paganism, and that's where paganism starts. Paganism moved out from there and went out into the world, and it looks like what's going to happen is all of this is going right back to the land of Shinar, which the Bible in the book of Revelation talks about the revival of Babylon. And it looks like this is what this is speaking about. And so if you're talking about these two women carrying the basket to the land of Shinar, those would not be angels. Those would most likely be demons in the context of what we're speaking about. And so the only time that you have women pictured in angelic terms is, and actually these are the terms that we use. This is the picture that we use many times when we're picturing angels. Stork's wings, storks are unclean. And so everything about this is unclean. And as it says in the passage, it's wickedness. And so this is one of those places where You have some weird things going on, and so no, I would not connect this with angels. It would be connected with demons, and it is perversion. Everything about it is wickedness in this passage. And so every other place where angels are pictured, they're pictured as males. And this is the one place where women are pictured in this kind of context, and it doesn't call them angels. It just says women with stork's wings. And so whatever that might be. In any case, it's wickedness. So
There you go.